Hello. One of the most annoying things in Elden Ring was Selvus. He is annoying, pompous, full of himself, and I don't like him. And unfortunately, I also don't like his quest. It is easy to mess up, and there's a lot of confusing steps. But that's not really the reason why I don't like his quest. The real reason was this statue. This statue in the middle of the Altus Plateau. When you do Selvus's quest, he'll ask you for an amber starlight so that he can control Rani. And you find this amber starlight in the Altus Plateau next to this goddamn statue. Now, you may ask yourself, what is so confusing about this statue? Well, it is confusing because it is a statue of Miquella and Miquella in the middle of the Altus Plateau, and you find something that is related to Rani's fate. So yeah, it is confusing. You may say, how do we know that it is a statue of Miquella and Miquella? Well, it is obvious by the look of it, but also you find this statue again in the Halig tree. This statue has vexed me and many others for some time until we just forgot about it. Until recently, when Shadows of the Earth tree dropped, and with it, some trailers. We'll come to the trailers later on, but for now, let's talk about how I remember that. Well, there is no story. I was just doing Selvus's quest once again, until I stumbled upon the statue once again, and I just remembered the whole thing. And the dots just started connecting one after the other. It is weird how a Miquella statue is in the middle of the Altus Plateau, but what is weirder is the fact that you get the fate of a demigod. That is what Selvus tells you. This is the fate of a demigod next to Miquella's statue. For the longest time, we assumed that this is the fate of Rani or someone relating to her, because there is the whole mention of stars. And when someone says stars, our minds immediately goes to Rani, Estelle, Carians, and the whole magic thing. But it turned out that this isn't the fate of anyone relating to the Carian family, but it is probably the fate of Miquella. When we play the DLC, we will find Miquella crosses, and at these crosses, Miquella will leave messages saying, "Here I abandon my flesh, here I abandon my love," etc., etc. But I don't think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there is any cross where he says, "Here I abandon my fate." And when we watch the trailer, the story trailer, Leda says something like this: Miquella abandoned his fate. So it is weird how we don't find this fate in the DLC. But then I started connecting the dots. A Miquella statue in a weird place, and a demigod's fate right at its foot, and Selvus tells you that this fate can control a demigod. So yeah, maybe I'm not insane. Maybe Miquella did abandon his fate, and we picked it up. And there is this theory that Miquella's curse is the curse of nascency, which means basically he can't complete anything. He tried saving Godwyn, and he failed. He tried saving Miquella, and he failed. He tried building a rival to the Earth Tree in the form of the Halig Tree, and he failed. So maybe, and just maybe, this is all because he abandoned his fate and tried forcing another fate that wasn't really meant for him. And another thing that I forgot to mention is, when Leda says that Miquella abandoned his fate, we see a clip of Saint Trina being abandoned. So maybe his fate wasn't to become a god or anything. Hell, when you do Saint Trina's quest, she begs you. She begs you to just stop Miquella and kill him. So maybe his fate was to become Saint Trina or something relating to her. Oh, and another thing that we find next to the statue is sacramental buds, which the description of says, believed to originate long ago from a strain of buds cultivated with youthful sacramental blood. So my theory, which is probably an unhinged theory, this is where Miquella decided that he won't follow the Earth Tree anymore, and he'll probably just go and build his own Halig Tree. Maybe he was experimenting with his blood, because we know that the Halig Tree is cultivated from Miquella's blood. And maybe this is where he also abandoned his fate given to him by the Elden Ring or the Earth Tree or the Greater Will. So yeah, that's about it for solving this mystery and my theory about it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm just being unhinged and looking into it too much? Or is this something everyone knew about except me? Tell me what you guys think. I'd really love to hear what you guys think about this whole thing with Miquella and his fate, and we picking his fate in the base game, and the Trina thing. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, share, write your thoughts in the comments, and see you guys in the next one.